It's the final day of Super Rugby Aotearoa's Under 20 tournament, and we kick it off with an old favourite. It's the Southern Derby, the Crusaders versus the Highlanders. Morena, no mai haere mai ki Taupō. Beautiful day here at Owen Delany Park. We'll run you through the two sides, and there has been a few tweaks as we go to the Crusaders lineup, and you'll notice one big name missing at number 8. That's Anton Segner, their captain. He is out, replaced by Taya Brown. Zach Gallagher will captain. Dominic Gardner moves back into the lock alongside him, having played at blindside midweek. Brian Liliofano comes in, no Max Hughes, and Hughes have been very good in this tournament, and they shift shape. Fiaki, of course, a member of the full Crusaders squad, back into second five, having been very rarely utilised at centre during the week. The coach is Dan Perrin.
And here are the Highlanders, Wingham, Hansen and Bean across that front row. They've been very solid through this tournament. Sean Withy at open side and the captain, very prominent ball in hand and good at the breakdown. Noah Hotham gets his first start at number 9. He's been very impressive off the bench. Good midfield. Giovanni Leituala and Pepe at the back, providing a lot of impetus. Mark Ozich, he's the coach of the Highlanders.
Ollie Lewis, vice-captain of the Crusaders, will get us underway. Final day of Super Rugby Aotearoa Under 20s. Underway, and oh, that's a poor mistake straight away by Ned Penny. Drops the head, someone needs to get around him and just remind him, it's only the first minute, get the head up. That's not what the Highlanders wanted in a game which we know means a lot to both of these teams. Both. They're trying to get over that ball. Can't turn it over the Crusaders. Wide they come again. Ken Miller taking on the line this time. And penalty earned in favour of the Crusaders. Here's Corey Callow.
Oh, here's Miller. He goes through. Look at the arriving players looking to move him. He just stays there. A brilliant body position, enough to win that penalty for his team.
Strikes that. Still rising as it was going over the posts. He'll be feeling that one off the foot, Ben Castle, and thinking to myself, goodness gracious, anything from 60 and I'm lining it up. Nicely down by the Crusaders, away to Lewis. Fiaki. Rolf up, has to reach back a little bit. Dancing. It's a big shot there. Lefano. This is better. Fiaki with Springer outside. Macca Springer, first try of the game after 15.5 minutes.
Well, there we go, just off that set piece, just on halfway. And one good phase, and then the next one wide, and a line beautifully run from the midfielder shape, Finaki. And then a lovely draw and past the finish. Now said here, this is the start with Rova coming in, setting it. It's quick ball, good clean out. There it is here, watch. Fiaki just running through with ease, and then ball in two hands, putting his winger away. Good try.
A fantastic try. Coming off the error, though, from the Highlanders initially, but you can just see here, Shea Fiaki, ball in two hands, beats the first defender, tucks it, and then just popping it out to his support player. Macca Springer out of Waimea combined. Great to see players out of the small schools make it onto this bigger stage.
Handy off the tee, too.
Mark that one back. It was a good kick. I think that was Dan Wyinger admiring that particular kick. 10-0. Good start for the Crusaders in the Southern Derby. A few big ball runners out in that back line. Hansen's got to hit the target, though. It's Withy. New challenge this time from the Crusaders. Botham, Miller going wide, sits up nicely for Pepe. Nice tackle by Murray. Glover in there as well. Botham comes back. Strong carry by Saili.
Release, leave it!
Presents, over the top was Molly. Illegally, says our referee. Withy, juggling, losing. He'll play that earlier infringement though. Nice work here as you see Ferguson and Hotham just trying to really change that point of attack with a bit of width. Set up nicely for Pepe. Geez, dangerous at the back, that young man. Here is Aliki Saili. Just getting over the top. Monumoli. It's a game, the family game. Here's Miller. And over as he continues the streak. That's 16 in a row. Ben Castle breathes a sigh of relief, having not put the commentator's curse on him. 10-3, Highlanders finally on the board. Hotham, another run by Penny, getting about his work. Anderson tries to get over the top but can't. Holland. Waiting again. Withy. Nice fend, just shrugs off Callow. Hotham, Miller, wide, Manson stepping, trying to find a seam. He's got some wheels, Michael Manson. All is showered by Saeli. Crusaders with the opportunity to turn defence into attack. Quickly, into space. That's Gardner. Gardner ball in two hands to Lewis. Good defence needed to be made, but this is a great role for the Crusaders. Only a couple out. Ferguson trying to get over that ball. Rova, Murray trying to come wide through Gauta. Biaki, big wide pass for Springer. In the corner, he's got a double.
Well, it just shows you mistakes. And a good team where they pounce on them. That turnover. The Crusaders just showed their class. Firstly, down that right-hand side, Gardner, they broke away. This is after the ball. Lovely hands. Just the ball beating the man. He puts it back on the inside to Lewis. And then as they're all retreating the defence, well, this backline's just all the way out to the left. Well, that one turnover, that will really hurt. It's the Highlanders, they had a roll on. And now the momentum, well, it shifts straight back. Good try.
Breeze hasn't actually caught it at all. It's just shaved that upright, unconverted, but the lead is now out to 15-3 for the Crusaders.
Number 8.
Holland trying to get the hands up. They've done well there, the Highlanders. Away to Withy. On left behind by Poliko. More ball, more territory for the Crusaders to work with as we close in on half-time. Lewis, Viaki wide. Springer trying to get to the outside. Good tackle around the ankles there by Joe Devlin. Short ball. Crusaders inside the 22. Back it comes to Blair Murray. Shimmies away from one. Gets it to Golter. Highlanders have got him up.
Tackle now!
Hanson's
Tackle!
underneath there. So too Pepe. Drive him in.
Take him back. Goal line drop out.
Will be a goal line dropout for the Highlanders.
Held up.
Oh, Will
Sorry, held
Gauta
up. Taken into goal by the
wants time over again.
Well, yeah, did it need to go? Was it open? I think it was. This is brilliant from Murray. Good footwork. And, well, one pass, of course. Wide open, but great defence from the Highlanders equally. They're hanging on. They made a mistake earlier, which put the ball back into the Crusaders' hands.
Half-time. 2 tries to that man on your screen has helped the Crusaders to a 15-3 advantage over the Highlanders, but is that enough given the blustery wind that they will be playing into in the second half? Find out shortly on Sky Sport.
Fantastic opportunity, huge blind. 3 people standing very flat. Options galore.
Got to nail the scrum first, though. Got to really chase after that ball is in. Let's hope they can use that. That's better.
Poliko, you don't give that man that much room off the back of a scrum, because he'll punish you. Poliko with the try. First of the day for the Highlanders, and it's 15-8.
Oh, that's it, Poliko. When he came on, we talked about the momentum he generates for his team. And this occasion, they opted to go for that scrum after taking some confidence of a really, really good line-out. This scrum here, look, they've had to fight hard. The Crusaders are fighting out. It's turned to the right angle. And then Poliko, well, big man on Fiaki, just bumps him out of the way, and over he goes.
Fantastic individual try, and as you said, they relied on the scrum. A little bit messy, but they got the ball out in the end. And fantastic to see the Highlanders on the board.
You can just go through each position, and there's just talent upon talent upon talent. There's Tumbai Matson having a chat with Paul Hodder, who's the coach of the unbeaten Chiefs side. Here comes Miller. maintains the perfect record. That's 17 from 17 now.
Conversion by Cameron Miller. The score is now Crusaders 15, Highlanders 10.
Go!
Funnel. Callow gets the fin going. Dragged to the ground by McKenzie. Miyake takes on the line. Should Miyake. Met by Miller. Good support from Molly. Presents quickly. Liliafano there in a flash. Got an opportunity here. Fiake. Fiake still going. Gets that ball away to Gardner. Managed to maintain. Liliafano again. Carried by Gallagher. The numbers for the lock forwards, ball carrying for the Crusaders would be pretty significant. Haig trying to get over the top, but protected well by the Crusaders. 5 out.
Leave it! Advantage. Slow the ball
Now
down.
they've got this under advantage. They can take a shot here, and they will. Miyake wide. Out the juggles, tries to straighten, loses the feed. Still going well. Liliafano again, short ball. Molly, just short. Oh, Dan Wang has taken a shot. He won't mind that. Former player picks himself up, dusts himself off. Liliafano, got to go to Callow. Gets it to the line. Lovely try by the Crusaders. They extend the lead to 20 to 10.
Well, 17 very, very good phases from this Crusaders side, getting over the advantage line. On each carry, that defence, well, it had to buckle at one point. It was so good for many phases. We'll see it here. Miyake, well, he busts through initially, and the support is all there. Molly, he's off his right hip. He keeps it going. Another big carry. Well, some of these substitutions who have come on to create momentum and get them to go forward. Baker, he's been big. The open side flanker, Callow.
He's definitely still sitting in the shadow for now.
Oh, I agree with that. 100%. Well, thank you guys so much for joining us, and good luck for the New Zealand Sevens Olympic campaign.
Thank you very much.
Tackle now!
Oh dear, I'm sure Alecki will be straight on the phone when he's watching this game on replay. Going, hey, sis, what's all that about?
Advantage.
Big shot flying in there by set the Baker. This is under advantage too. Wide, great hands, McKenzie to the corner, Hasty. Highlanders needed that badly with 15 to play.
Well, that's brilliant. Exactly right, they did need that. Visiting into that 22 again, they had to make it pay.
20 needs to be very careful with those types of tackles, okay? Was that just high? Yeah, high, but also down
Coming
here.
through.
You guys are now having
About Baker, who's been putting some big hits in. A substitution for the Crusaders, but back to the Highlanders. Well, that's a brilliant try, Hasty. Talked about him earlier, fitting in anywhere across that back line. And this time on the end, just running out of numbers. They're very tight, that defensive line from the Crusaders. Just the Highlanders so wide. Keeping width and over.
Open again, Haig, short ball, Paliko. Both them. Paulet presents well. Away it comes to Miller. Sees a gap, Cameron Miller closes on him. That's great defence there by McGregor. Weighing up the options as the Highlanders halfback. He goes to Sean Withy.
Boys, onside.
They go, Paulet again, dead in front. Otham wants to go wide. That's beautiful manipulation. And it's a double for Nathan Hasty. And we're all tied up with 8.5 to play.
This is just brilliant rugby. Watching this team can put that try together, put that movement together, working left and right. Hotham, he's been heavily involved, the halfback, directing traffic. There's Miller that takes it to the line. And just that lovely delayed ball, and Hasty running that very good line for his double.
Converted that, and the Highlanders hit the front.
Just the energy of these teams when they get into that 22 and the way they put this together, the way they held onto the ball.
Lund, Miyaki. Golter tries to cut back against the angle, beats a couple then. They can set that target in midfield. Lund. This is under advantage. Way it comes to Lund, goes to Calder. Lund again, wide to Brown, trying to work down the tram lines, but they were waiting for the big number 8. Now this is kickable. Even into this strong breeze, this is imminently kickable with just 3.5 to play.
Well, before they've even made the call, the tee is nearly there. Just not rolling away fast enough. You see the tackle, it's Holland. Drags him to ground. A big mobile man. He just gets trapped underneath some legs and bodies.
Converts. Crusaders back in front. And we are in for a fun final 2.5 here in Taupō. Lung. Off it goes. Calder taking the ground. 35 seconds to close. Seth Brown. They set another target. Baker. Highlanders trying to get over the top through Leroy Ferguson. They've got the penalty. Ferguson's got the penalty. And we know that Miller's got the kicking boots.
As the hooter goes. And look what it means to them.
Cam Miller, he just looked straight to the bench and said, bring me the tee. Cool, calm and collected.
It's a decent kick. So 6 in from this left wing touch. About 7 in, but you swing that round on the angle, it'll be 50, maybe even a little bit more. Big kick for the win. Siren's gone. Miller. Absolute money from Cameron Miller. And the Highlanders win it at the desk. What a finish.
In the biblical sense, it is David versus Goliath here at Owen Delany Park in Taupō. The Barbarians looking for their first victory up against the ever-impressive Chiefs, who have won 2 from 2. A very good afternoon to you wherever you're watching around New Zealand. It's great to have your company and alongside me, Ben Castle. And Ben, this Chiefs side has been unbelievable, but the Barbars, you can't take them lightly.
No, don't write them off. They were very good against the Blues for much of that half. That South second row there, Jamie Hannah-Morton, one from Canterbury, one from Otago, George Methven and Slater, they've been very impressive. Rainsford and Parker, well, they've been playing first receiver either side of the breakdown, and Salmake, look for him on that right wing. He is a very powerful player. And their coach, Paul Feeney.
The Chiefs have been in sensational form throughout the week, and it's a matter of rotation for their coach, Paul Hodder. It's a big forward pack with an impressive loose forward trio of Cunningham, and the ever-present Nakora Broughton moves from 6 to 7. Fotu gets the first start, and it is O'Connor and Jackham that will be the architects of this team. Plenty of pace out wide with Barlow and Offa, and they've got plenty to offer from the bench with Cook, Savage, Lasagna and Kay. Jackson Rainsford out of Sacred Heart College gets us underway, and that's a nice high kick. It's going to hold up in the breeze. First possession to the Barbars through Taisini. That's the 22 line, you can see. Cleared by Lamb into the hands of Green. Out of Hamilton, boys high school, he's done really well. He'll be wanting to prove a point as well. Vincent Green, the loose head prop. Moana Nu's throwing it over the back, but it's overthrown. And now here's the first try, Fotu. Melino Fotu out of the Bay of Plenty. Couldn't believe his luck. The ball bounced up. And he opens the Chiefs' account.
They had time to plan their line out, just the timing was all out, but then it just popped up. Well, it could have bounced to Rowan Slater, but didn't. And then just a through a couple of defenders, and over does Fotu go.
Yeah, this is a very good goal kicker as well. There's Jakum out of Taranaki, judges it to perfection. It's taken them 8 minutes that the Chiefs are on the board.
Josh Jacob. It's the Chiefs.
Chiefs backline not operating with any depth, so they probably look to use a decoy runner here or try and take it flat, and that's exactly what they do. Over the advantage line goes Barlow, bulldozing his way, offloads to his captain and Rampling, and now the forwards eventually arrive. It's cleared and they go out to the right-hand side through Cunningham. Inside the 22 they go. O'Connor with another nice pass, and they're now starting to queue up. Here goes Kingy. Kingy! In and over. In fact, it's not Kingy, it's Palmer, the prop. You're kidding.
It's obviously momentum, it's got him fired up. Well, here's the initial run from Barlow, just powerful, get out of my way, just carries over the advantage line, and then quick recycle, then coming back this way, lovely pops between two, and the tight head prop, brilliant. It's a mustering to do, that was more important. Move the animals, look after them, then he'll get there and put on the red and white.
That's terrific. As they go high through Cunningham, he brings it down beautifully for Moana Nude now to add on. Palmer's there alongside him, adds his 120k block, they're over. Moana Nude threw the ball and gets it back, and that's the third try for the Chiefs.
This one there is well taken, good lift. It's Broughton who's straight on the ball. Look at their body position there. Lord in number 4, he's got the white tape around the ears. He's the one directing traffic. He can see it all happening. Then he finishes by pushing his teammate Moana over the line. A very well taken set piece try from the Chiefs.
Yeah, it was the speed to set, wasn't it? And just how tight they all were.
Made great contact and a great result.
Josh Jacob kicks it.
The Chiefs have been in the opposition 22 for a minute and a half. Barbar's only 37 seconds as Fotu takes the ball and gives it. That's a nice line from Jacob. He breaks through the first tackle. He's got options left and right. They must score here, the Chiefs. Eventually they get it wide. Salmaki tries to stop the try, but that'll be taken by Barlow, I think it is. Yes, the left winger, Niwa Barlow.
Scores for the Chiefs.
Which then gives Jackom, or just his speed and his pace, and then he sums it up beautifully. Just see how he comes away here to the left, through two, and then it's just nice hands, summing out the situation. Ball in two hands, gave it right timing as well. Salmaki, a desperate cover.
9 missed tackles as we look at the penalty count there, 4-1. They've missed 9 tackles as well, which will be a concern for Paul Feeney, the Barbars, as Broughton picks and goes, gets to the 22. They pick and go through the middle. It's him again, Palmer. Oh, Palmer picks up a double. The front rows will be celebrating all around the world.
Number 3.
Watch number 3, the one with the tape there, just picks his hand down there, just straight through. That's brilliant. When you've got a big mitt like that, he was a big man, big mitt, grab onto that ball, one hand, straight through.
The Barbarians were just guilty of not having some rock set and ready. Just picks it up and runs straight through. And fantastic. Easy try to Palmer. He's loving it.
Great advertisement for kids wanting to be tight head props. There you go, anyone can do it. It's not all about the scrummaging and the lifting and the pushing. You can run anywhere.
Spoken like a true former front rower. 33-0. Better than a point a minute.
The homegrown talent, Dennis Andrew Peters from the King Country, has come onto the field and replaced Tuile'i.
They're going to need him at the scrum.
Big scrum. O'Connor's got a lot of pace as well. Opts to do the pass, and now as easy as you like, stepping off the left is Tialti. Played on the wing on Wednesday, moved into the centre, and Tama Tialti gets his first of the afternoon.
Which way is this ball going to go? And you can see where Tialti is. He's nice and wide as well, which creates a one-on-one. Just that left foot step and his ability to keep the pace on after he makes that step. You watch it here, bang, and then he goes. He's got the speed. Good try.
One thing that's been really evident with this Barbarians defence is the lack of communication. There's no talk at all.
It's a nice high kick. Comes down, Broughton brings it back, and there he is, the man that was denied just moments ago. Hati. Another one out of the Bay of Plenty. They're raked short. Jackham throws the dummy, places the ball there. Huzzy's been involved in everything, and they go the same way, Rampling. Barlow into play half to Lord, one of the biggest first fives and the 20s rugby. Running a nice line as Taupō from outside in, halfway through the gap. Kingy picks and goes, then he offloads. Nice skill shown by Kingy, and in particular Molia. He finished it off.
Chiefs score through number
And
18,
another one for the front rowers.
Molia.
Well, really good from Jaden Kingy. Watch him come around. Yeah, oh, he sucked in nearly 4 defenders, and then the big man Molia. I'll tell you mentioned that he loves the ball in hand, loves to run. Nice and close to the line there, no stopping him.
Jackham adds the extras, and so after 40 minutes it is the Chiefs that lead the Barbarians by 45 points to 0.
Leading the Barbarians 45-0.
And immediately the Chiefs go on the attack again.
Possession and territory all in favour of the Chiefs. And time in opposition 22. Well, all 45 points out of that 4 minutes they've spent in there.
Front of the line out they go, and it's Cunningham, and then they quickly release O'Connor with a nice flat ball to Rampling, who straightens the line, gets and keeps going. Now he's just 3 metres short. Ball is there. Are they in again for the Chiefs? Yes, they are. And on this occasion, it's Vaipulu. First touch for Kylie Vaipulu.
Just powerful. He gets the ball nice and early, and it's flat too. One little step off the right, then just keeps those legs driving, and then snaps that ball back. The presentation of that ball's the key, because then it can be passed away. And the speed, they do it. And Vaipulu from Bay of Plenty, good try.
It was a good clean ball too on the line out, brought it down safely and just setting up his back line as the conversion goes over as well. So this Chiefs side have started the second half just as they ended the first.
Great afternoon with the boot, scores a conversion.
Some of the players who had a significant role in the first 40 minutes. Moana Nuke. And he's throwing one over the back. It's been taken by Gordon. The hooker operating off the back of the line out, and now Fuiniu gets it to Hannah, slips at the same time, but he's held on to possession as the captain. Chiefs look interested, and the Chiefs have stolen it through Taupō. They go a little wider. Nice run here from Lasanga. Lasanga's got players on the left. Rampling goes in, and the captain picks up his first of the afternoon. Terrific play from the Chiefs. Well, Taylor, you asked Chad about the complacency, and if that's a worry, there's no problem here so far.
Absolutely fantastic try. It was actually Melina, the number 8, who drove over and got the ball free. You can see there, just getting over, ball was free. Taupō picks it up and gives it out to his speedsters. And there's Lasanga, just powerful, explosive, and then giving it out to Rampling.
Shifting momentum now, and the best opportunity. Well, they've only been down in opposition 22 twice. The Barbarians.
5-man line out throw from Gordon is a good one into Slater. It eventually comes back to Fuiniu. Rainsford out into the midfield with Butley Say in it. And he gets met by the welcoming committee from the Chiefs, and now Rainsford with the ball that'll just hold up in the air. Hannah is there. Hannah's got it. Beautiful play out of the AFL.
Beautiful catch.
Jamie Hannah at 2 metres 53. And he may have hurt his shoulder as well, the captain. Beautiful execution.
Oh, that is brilliant. Probably the loudest cheer we've heard as well from the crowd, all clapping this team. A little bit of enterprise, a different idea, putting it up to one of their leaders. They'll need more of a sore shoulder to take him off. He'll hang in there all he can. Look at this, up nice and high, brilliant. A lock on a first 5/8. Well, this is brilliant to see. Look, this will be an awesome angle for it. Up he goes. Try time.
Rainsford. Nichols, nothing really on there, so he steps off the right and goes straight up Main Street goes 6 short. Quick ball required, but the forwards want it. Eventually, Fuineu gets it out to Rainsford. They've got players here. Napa chances his arm. He's not far away. Fuineu, now some of the big forwards are there. One in particular is Tuiali'i. Rampling tries to hold him up, so does Palmer. Slater picks and goes. Still got possession. Barbars to Napa.
Yeah, cool. Advantage.
They've got another advantage here, the Barbars. Fuineu, Rainsford, he'll step and go. Rainsford, threw it over. Had to come. And Jackson Rainsford scores the second for the Barbarians this afternoon.
So good to see here. Rainsford, still plenty to do. Step off the right. 1, 2, and then another one and straight over.
Pinched it. And all of a sudden the Chiefs are now on the attack through Kingy. Jaden Kingy out of the county's Manukau region. Ball is slow. Looks like a good steal here from Tuiali'i, and then he's lost it forward. So he did all the hard work and then he let it go. Jakum gives a nice pass on the inside to Offa. Offa looking for some support, finds it in the form of Moana Nu. You're kidding! A runaway train at hooker. And Moana Nu, he picks up his second.
Well, front rowers from the Chiefs, they're certainly showing how it's done. You'll see Offa come through here, that back inside ball. And look where Moananu, there he is, coming in. He jumps in between Jacob and over he goes.
They just love running with ball in hand, but it's the little things that they do as well. Their core responsibility is it's a nice long kick going down to where Jakum gets it and he gives it back to Matai Thewa. Hasn't been used too much. The Bay of Plenty fly up at fullback, but now they're going to try and run the ball here, and it gets into the hands of Palmer. Palmer, the prop. All of a sudden, this is Lord, Josh Lord. He's got players to burn, flicks it out the back. This is a beauty. And Josh Bartlett says, I'll have one as well because I'm a prop.
Chiefs. We have number 17, Josh Bartlett.
Here's Palmer. He puts it back on the inside. Have to offer to Lord. Look at him straight out here, and look at the line run from Bartlett. As he just comes around the corner, just the shift. Wow, that's champagne.
Oh, fantastic. Look at this offload behind the back. Oh, beautiful stuff from the Type 5, as you said, and even Jamie Hanna scoring tries. Type 5 working pretty hard this game.
They've got a few numbers into that line out now.
They've got to win it first. Ball comes back, and now there's no backs out there, so Rainsford still fires it though. Now to Bartlett saying it, Bartley saying it, ball is there. The pick and go from Slater. Slater deserves a try.
Termination from number 6, onside flanker, Ron Slater.
Had a massive game on the Wednesday, and then now look at him coming here and this pick and go and the power and the explosion. Look at the fend on Palmer, one, and then just his leg drive, and over he goes. Brilliant work.
Great awareness as well, just looking straight up. No easy feat putting the big fend on Palmer. Palmer got palmed off, but...
Hold here.
The Barbarian, in fact, the whole team's almost out on the right-hand side as Napa. And he gets belted by one of the Chiefs players. Ball is still there. Vandermeer thinks about passing, then he straightens up and sets the ball there for Fuineu.
Who?
Slater has lost it, and they're going to get a penalty here at the Barbars. Double blast too. We'll listen in.
If you're offside, that's a card. Too many.
Well, too many, you heard it. From referee Jenna.
It's too many. Repeat
We're starting to stack up Josh Lord.
Here, Matt. Just here. Cool. Awesome. Offside.
Now this second half has been excellent from this Barbarians team. Big scrum needed here, good feed.
Well, they've got the 8 forwards, and Methvin takes it off the back. George Methvin charging forward. Ball is there. Slater.
Advantage. It's offside.
They've got an advantage. Slater's over. Slater's got his second. Rowan Slater went underneath the Chiefs' defence, and the smile says it all.
Well, that's brilliant. He came into that pick and go. He saw the defensive wall there, just was patient and took his time. You see this Methvin, the big carry, the numerical advantage. Here's Slater, he's in now. He's got his hands on the ball and he just is patient there. And it looks like it's Hopkins supporting him, and over he goes.
69-28. 45-0 at the break. They scored 7 tries in the first, 4 in the second. The Barbarians scored all of their points in the second half. And a good contest.
Just one game left in this week-long rugby showcase of New Zealand's top under-20 male talent, and it's a match that has all the hallmarks of being an absolute cracker. The Blues and Hurricanes to bring down the curtain on Super Rugby Aotearoa Under 20s. And here is that Hurricanes lineup, and they've got such depth in the loose forward that you can move a Peter Luckeye to number 8 and bring in a Halalilo off the bench, put Ropati in. Given the way they can use the rolling substitutions, those 4 men in particular, along with TK Howden, will be very influential. But they've just got some real workers in that pack, and Flair out the back, Willie.
Yeah, they have. They've got players to burn, and Godfrey has been a real standout along with Higgins, who in my view is one of the best that they've got in the midfield.
Well, for the Blues, they're able to bring back a couple of key guys in their captain, Cam Church, who set out the game against the Barbarians midweek, and they can also bring back hard-working Northland forward Alan Craig. They've shifted Jacob Ratamaitavuki-Needkins to 15. Let's see whether he's got an opportunity to be a little bit more influential with that one. Final game of Super Rugby Aotearoa Under 20s 2021 is underway. It is Morgan finding Bayer, and there you see the carry by Ikawasi. Lenny Ikawasi, he'll do that a lot throughout the course of this game. Bayer wants to go back to McKenzie, sitting in the pocket, onto the left foot. Seeing as that ball got a little bit high, there's still a bit of strength in that breeze. Good support coming in there from Lahore. Aldridge, Morgan, looking to take on the line, gets away from a couple before he's taken to ground. Aldridge getting this away to Brown. Strang. Good scramble defence by the Blues, trying to stay in as Ben Strang, and he's bundled into touch. All under advantage as we head back to centre field.
One high tackle.
Here he is ducking under it, and there he is, FIXTURES again. You can't go anywhere around the neck.
Straight down the middle. First points after 4.5, and it's the Hurricanes with the advantage. 3-0. Vikina. And he said they go to the front. They just drive on Clayton France. Very close to the touchline. Also very close to the try line. And the Blues are over for the first try of the game. Silane Vikina.
Well, it was beautifully executed. Didn't even jump for the ball. It was just take it as you stand and then set the base and get everybody in and around. And so Vikina threw the ball in. Have a look at this. Not even jumping. And then they set the nice foundation, and just look at the work that's been done. Great body positions, down nice and low. Vikina steals the ball there and then twists and turns and opens the Blues account.
That is beautiful. Lovely fade, utilising the breeze. 7-3. This has been very good by the Blues, and now surge by Ben Strang. Gets the offload. Ball's lost. Backwards off Blue is the call. Grindlay ducks under one from Higgins.
Step here.
Back it comes McKenzie. Vikina will straighten it through. Vikina up the middle. He needs support. Evans. Great support line. Corey Evans. And it's a second try for the Blues.
Oh, he's all class. Mentioned about his pass earlier and then the kick that gave them that position. But it was the turnover, and Silane Vikina is a born-again centre. Because if hookers shouldn't do this, he just looked up, there's a line in front of him, just steps and goes. And then look at the change of line here from Evans, from outside to in where there is no Hurricanes defender. That's a brilliant try to the Blues.
Very good start. Corey Evans, the try scorer.
Hurricanes.
On a buyer. Look to clear from inside the 22.
Hold 2. Yeah.
Coming forward is Godfrey. Looks to go straight, gets through, then gets shortened up. Big shot on him by that man Vakina, but they've left the door open down the left. Instant strike back through Kyle Brown.
Oh, this is terrific rugby.
Quickly through C2 number 13.
Well, he could have easily have just lost this after he got belted. Here it is, bang. How he held on to that is unknown. And then Brown down the left-hand side, no defence at all. And the Canes struck back.
Oh, the physicality of this tournament has just been incredible. Remember, they've had 3 days of this, just all the big hits, and it's a fantastic finish from the Hurricanes and right back in it.
Peter Luckeye fan club here in full effect. Great to see. 14 points to 8. Moves up over the Hurricanes. There is Peter Luckeye.
Hurricanes 8.
A little bit guilty of overplaying at times in our own end as well. So, look, we probably haven't started as well as we would have liked, but they're still right in this game, only 6 points down, and hopefully we can bounce back.
Thank you for your time, Simon.
All good, thank you.
Simon Hickey, assistant coach. Here comes Ratavaatavuki Neepkins and flicks that ball away to Franz. Up to Mucker, down the left wing. He won't like that, Simon Hickey. So far, Mucker, they will love it. Another try to the Blues, and they extend to 19-8.
Well, the former De La Salle flyer, he has got genuine pace, and on this occasion, Clayton Franz did not make the same mistake of holding on to the ball. But have a look at the break, Jacob. Ratavaatavuki Neepkins just summed it up beautifully. The blindside flanker drew in the last defender, and Mark has got all the gas in the world to get him to score their third.
I think Emmett's on the ball, and at the moment the Blues have been dominating that and territory as well, and they continue that trend. Classy, big carry. Byer. Come back away to this right-hand side. McKenzie inside ball. Maka. Ratavaatavuki Neepkins still going. That's another cracker by the Blues. Joseph Ratavaatavuki Neepkins.
Straight off the training pitch, where they worked it to try and get a misread, and also to bring in one of the best players at this level. Finally, they're utilising the skills of this man, but it was all done on the inside. That inside ball from McKenzie to muck up, and then just look at him go to work. What an athlete, what a finish. Brings up the bonus point.
Oh, that offload from Marker, brilliant. Look at it. The Sunny Bill there, and Ratavaatavuki Neepkins still had work to do. A couple defenders, Hurricanes player slipped over.
There's Manu Byer going back to Ratavaatavuki Neepkins. That's going to hold up in the breeze. Bouncing, taken by Riley Higgins. Gets the ball away to Aldridge. Wide, picked off. Shaw Tate. Say Shaw Tate. See you later. Try.
Number 14 for the Blues.
What a half into the breeze for the Blues. And there's still 4 to go.
Well, he's from Christchurch, I'm sorry, Wellington, I should say. He's from Scots College. So he probably called it to some of his old teammates and says, pass me the ball. And Sage Shaw Tate shows why he's got so much pace. As I say, out of Scots College in Wellington, there he is, just in the line. Big fan of baseball, and boy, is he quick. He's got gas.
The Hurricanes player had just already committed himself to passing that, didn't even look, and there's where Sage Shaw Tate just put on the afterburners.
Slap back again, more good work. I think that was Church again, was it? They keep coming wide. Wasi, Grindlay, Ratavaatavuki, no, that's Mucker with Ratavaatavuki Neepkins outside him. Franz. The Blues are just going to keep this going. They're having fun. Keep coming wide. Fusitoa. Shaw Tate. Gets away from one and another. Here's Church. Church looks to go in and away. Beats one, Cam Church. Only the fullback to beat. He offloads it to Berry. That is delightful.
That pass there is from a loose head prop, Fusitoa, to the flyer, Shaw Tate. And then Cam Church goes in, out, around. The last defender is Morgan, but he pops it up, and who's there? Josh Berry.
Oh, enterprising stuff from the Blues side. Look at this, just great athleticism from the forward pack again. Willie should be working very hard across all 3 games. Wow, what a try from the Blues.
This is just completing what is a wonderful half from the Blues. McKenzie to convert. The breeze just drifts that one away. But the Blues into the breeze have put on a clinic. And they lead the Hurricanes by 30 points at 38-8 at Owen Delany Park in Taupō. Wassi holding that one in. Just controlling.
Let's use it now.
Wassi comes away to this near side. Baia gets the ball away. Maka spinning. Still going. Sofai Maka. Still going. Stop him. No way. Another great individual try by Sofai Maka.
Sofai Maka scores for the
Brilliant.
Blues.
It's the only word you can use because he had no right to score. Got the ball and bobbled it a little bit initially from the pass from Paia. The scrum was solid and they decided to chance their arm down that left-hand side. Paia has been threatening the man out of Rotorua Boys High School at halfback, and just watch him just set it up here. Paia, the pass isn't great, but then just the work of Maka. Juggles, then beats about 4 defenders, and then decides I'll straighten and I'll pick up my second.
Sit.
McKenzie and Ratavatavuki Neepkins, they break hard to the left-hand side. Away it goes to Maka. Did he get it down?
No, he didn't. He's out. Terrific defence coming across from Hinade Schuster. Man out of Kia Tora and Manawatu.
He's grounded the ball, so therefore we have a try. Thank you.
Well, they're saying try. I thought that he was out first look at real time, but the assistant referee in a better position than me. He says that this is a try, and that's another for Maka. Picks up 3 for the afternoon.
You know what? I reckon he might have just got it down. That's a beautiful kick. 52-8. Blues in cruise control at the moment over the Hurricanes.
52, Hurricanes 8.
So Vakina nicely taken at the back, wrapping around as Vakina inside. Ball Baia! They are having fun. 57-8, kick to come, what I'll say.
Well, you've got to execute it, put it down to the class of the McKenzie boot that gave them great field position, and then this is something that you work on the training field. You bring the hooker around because everyone thinks they're going to drive it from there, but he goes running, and have about the pass into Manu Paia out of Rotorua Boys High School. He's not too far away from home here, and that is sweet from the Blues.
Oh, just great communication as well. You would have heard him screaming for it, and as you said, that's a try you practice.
Seen one lovely will set play off a line out. Do they have any other tricks? Nope, they've overthrown that one. Oh! Corey Evans! Well, I can tell you right now, Saini Vakina will be saying that one is straight out of the book that Corey and I sort of drilled up at breakfast this morning.
Of course it is. That's a planned move. Don't know why everyone's acting so surprised. That was a planned move. That is just luck. And the ball bounces up, but you've got to put yourself in a position, don't you? And look at Evans, he's been everywhere today. And when it's your day and the gold nuggets just seem to bounce up, he should go out and buy a lotto ticket. That's good.
Happy?
Ropeti wants to come wide. Thompson done. It's the best opportunity for the Hurricanes to score a try they've had in the second half. Champion. Out it goes to Jaden Walker. Drops to the ground. Berry over the top. Gets out. Ropeti. Out of Scots College.
Away 19.
But can go by Luckeye. Spinning Peter Luckeye. Second try for the Hurricanes through number 8, Peter Luckeye.
Wow, this is better. Rolling up the sleeves and going down Main Street. And Peter Luckeye out of St. Pat's Silverstream playing for Petone, and he's been good for them.
And number 8.
Saw. Throws, finds Craig. Yobble. Away to Stenhouse. Now they go to Akawasi. in midfield. But they got one final bit of magic left to go. Short Tate. Taupō Neepkins gets away from one, still going. Falling on the ground. Yobu. Short ball. Charging through, there goes Vakatini. Still going, Vakatini. Looks to pop that ball to Reisua. They did have one moment of magic left. And hasn't it been a day for the front rowers scoring tries, Willie Lossay?
Unbelievable. It's just that supportive line. Boy, they have made impact from the bench, and that's what it means to Reisua. He just ran a beautiful support line, but have a look at this from the tight head prop. As soon as he got through the gap, he only had eyes for the try line. Vakatini out of King's College and College Rifles, then he pops up for his teammate and says, help yourself to a pie.
Remember, Vakatini also played sevens for King's College as well, and it's pretty a rare sight, right? Props in the sevens team. Well, that's how agile they are these days.
I'll tell you what, Alan Craig will be having a word with him afterwards, because he has just shunted the big Northlander out of the way and said, sorry, sunshine, that's my 5-pointer.
And Christian Stenhouse adds the extra points.
So there is Reisua. Try has been converted by Christian Stenhouse. 71-15. Still 45 seconds, Willie. You just never know the sort of mood that the Blues are in. Highly entertaining into this week-long tournament with the 3 match days. Hurricanes go high. It's taken by Hana Grindlay. He's been excellent for the Blues in all 3 of their encounters. Hurricanes trying to get their hands on the ball one last time, trying to have one final say. Yobu. Taupō Neepkins, will it sit? It sits up for Harry Godfrey. He spins away from one. Still going, Harry Godfrey. Flicks the ball out the back. Finds support in Lakai.
No, out.
Champion. Flicks the ball out the back. Thompson done. Now out to Brown. Scored a try before it goes to the outside. Kyle Brown looking for a double. Drops down and presents. Blues go ploughing in if they manage to turn that ball over. Yes, they have. Sophie Maka has the final say in Super Rugby Aotearoa 20, the Under-20s tournament of 2021. And a dominant end to their tournament for the Blues. They have walloped the Hurricanes 71-15. Let's have a look at the fixtures today. The Highlanders last second. Cameron Miller, absolute money from 40-odd out to break the Crusaders' hearts. Highly entertaining between the Chiefs and the Barbarians. Barbars actually won that second half. And then the Blues, way too good for the Hurricanes. Well, it is time to find out who exactly is the player of Super Rugby Aotearoa Under 20 week. Let's head down to Taylor Johnson.
Ladies and gentlemen, your player of the tournament, Sean Withy.